District 18, if we could, please. Then, Senator, we'll hear from you in District 17, okay?
Thank you very much, Mr. President and colleagues. I join my colleague from Hyattsville in thank you for your comments yesterday. They were very interesting because I think they do help frame the conversation about where do we go on, I think, what is one of the central political issues of our time, and that's rising income inequality. And where do we draw the line for what is fair and what isn't fair when it comes to this issue? We spent a lot of time talking about the issue, and I think our culture, pay it forward, pay it back. To me, the estate tax is one of those things where you pay it back. You pay back the community that has allowed you to thrive. I have the good fortune to serve on the Budget and Taxation Committee. And when I do so, I get to sit with a number of leaders within this body who I have great respect for. The chairman, the vice chairman, the majority leader, and the subcommittee chair of capital. And when I'm not in line with them, it makes me think because I have such great respect for them. And I think all four of them, their stories tell a remarkable story about our state and our country as to what the last 60 or 70 years have meant for providing people with an opportunity to really grow and prosper in a way that throughout human history they never had before. But the question is, what responsibility do any of us have to pay back the community that has given this opportunity for us to prosper? Long ago, we decided as a country and as a state to establish an estate tax that did that looked at paying it back to the community for people who did incredibly well. When we have a state where, as my colleague from Prince George's County pointed out, we have the most millionaires. And the amazing thing is, over the past 20 years, we've made a variety of tax policy decisions where, for those of you who have been here all that time, people have said, the millionaires will leave. We will lose our status. And in fact, over and over, we wind up with more millionaires. We even have more as a percentage than we used to. Because when you look at the information that the Census Bureau provides for our state, we have an interesting pattern. Yes, people over 55 tend to migrate out of our state for a variety of reasons. Part of it might be for tax policy. Part of it is for golf. Part of it is for better weather. Part of it is going to where their grandchildren happen to live now. But when you look at the data, because Maryland is such a vibrant economy, lots of young people move to our state. We pull in between 25 and 35 during the last decade. We pulled in more than 100,000 people in that 25 to 35 age frame. And we lost less than that amount, less than 50,000 at 55 and above. So what's happening is as people move away, as we discussed with our colleague from Harford County who's retiring and going to play golf, much discussed. You never knew that speech would come back to be such a center part of this debate. But as people like her and her family make that very rational decision for quality of life, because they want to go somewhere warmer, someplace where they can enjoy the life and the resources that they have built, more people come to our state because they understand the economic opportunities that we have here. And part of the reason why we have those economic opportunities is the investments we make as a state government to allow people to find their way and to prosper and sometimes greatly prosper. I think if we want to make an effort to address income inequality, we have to do things like increase the minimum wage, do things that we have fallen down on in order to help people below. Because right now what I see is too much money, too much of this debate swinging towards the people who have the greatest resources. And for those who have the least opportunity, who have the least resources, they get left behind. And we have to find a way to balance it. And I think moving forward with this bill at this time without making some of those other important investments in helping people at every part of the income classification or the income structure is wrong. So I would say at this point we should cast a red vote on this bill and keep our ability to ask people to pay back to the state of Maryland the opportunities that they have been provided because of the unique and wonderful environment we have helped to build in our state. So thank you very much, Mr. President.
Senator,